present day.
Mr. Conagher, Mr. Mann will see you now.
Yes, ma'am. Say, that ain't an original Picasso, is it?
What an excellent eye you have, Mr. Conagher. It is. From his Hunted in the Jungle period, I believe.
Why don't you go ahead and call me Dell, ma'am? Mr. Conagher was my grandfather's name.
Yes, I remember. How much do you know about his relationship with the Manns, Dell?
First I'd heard he had one, ma'am. Radigan Conagher was not a chatty man.
60 years ago, your grandfather solved a rather sensitive problem for us. Well, maybe solved is too strong a word, but I'm sure Mr. Mann will want to tell you about it himself. Oh, one last thing. Even if he offers, do not shake his hand. He forgets sometimes.
1850. To my dearest maidservant Elizabeth, I, Zephaniah Mann, leave the rest and residue of my estate. To my faithful aid and tracker, Barnabas Hale of the savage Australias, I divest complete control of Manco and... Cougar!
Skip me for now, Mayor! I like this Cougar's pepper sauce!
To my layabout, brain-defective sons, Blutarch and Redmond, I leave the greatest curse of all, partnership. What land I have purchased in this new world is to be split evenly between you both. You have wasted your lives bickering over nothing, and so I leave you dimwits something of consequence over which to feud. 1890.
Mr. Conagher, I'm told you are a man of many ideas and few words, so I'll get to the point. 40 years ago, my brother and I inherited a considerable parcel of land to share. Naturally, I assembled a team of the world's deadliest mercenaries to take it all by force. What I did not expect was that my idiot brother would think to do the same. My 10-minute land grab became an intractable stalemate. The solution? If I could not take my brother's land, I would simply outlast him for it. Look at my hands, Mr. Conagher. I have never worked a day in my life with them. They are the smooth hands of a baby. I have mounted an epic campaign of leisure against the ravages of time, waiting for nature to do to my brother what my men could not. And yet here we are at the end, and he won't die. I must outlive my brother, and you must build me a machine to do it. God wants me dead, Mr. Conagher, and we are going to defy him. Make me a monster.
All right.
Don't just stand there in the rain, Mr. Conagher. Come in. You're soaked to the bone, poor thing.
Who?
It will save us both a lot of time if you don't ask who I am or how I know what I know. Who I am does not concern you. What I know is that you've agreed to build Blutarch Mann, a machine that will prolong his life indefinitely.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Conagher, could I possibly convince you not to build this machine?
No, ma'am.
No, I didn't think so. So let me propose an alternative. For the last 40 years, the Australians have outpaced the world in technology. And this is confounding, since by all appearances they are a nation of idiots. Teleportation, cloaking, the entire spectrum of the mustache sciences. Every one of mankind's innovations now comes from the lager-pickled brain of an Australian. Because of this.
Gold?
Not gold, Mr. Conagher. Australium.
Uh-huh. Why is there a picture of a man boxing a kangaroo on it?
It's how they choose their king. As I said, idiots. Idiots rather accidentally stranded atop the planet's only deposit of a transformative new element. They're fanatically secret about it, but I've spent the last decade hunting it, ounce by ounce. I've managed to amass 100 pounds. It's yours. Think, Mr. Conagher, if this element can make a genius out of an Australian, what would it do for a man of your faculties? Use it to build Blutarch Mann his immortality machine if you must. All I ask is that you build one for Radigan Mann as well.
Present day.
And then what do you think my rat-stink twin brother did? He built one too. That's what. I'm no closer to beating him than I was 100 years ago. And what's worse, your lummox of a grandfather didn't even build it right. This infernal thing is 11. I've barely cheated death out of a half-century with this pile of junk, and it's already breaking down. The way I see it, he was your grandfather, and you're on my payroll. Fix it!
Sir, I'm, flattered y'all think of me, but I have no idea how to fix this. Hell, if I touch it, it'd probably kill you.
What if I had access to your grandfather's blueprints?
Well now, that's a different story. Not much hope of that, though. The old man had him buried with him.
Yes, I dug up your grandfather and looted his corpse. If it makes you feel any better, those scribblings have been the bane of my existence for 60 years. I've spent a small fortune trying to decipher them. Gibberish, every last page. You may borrow it. All I ask is that you...
Sir? Is he alright?
Give him a moment, dear. He's just dead.
Dick... Every day I'm dead a little longer, Mr. Conagher. I have seen the other side. There is nothing there. Fix this machine.
I appreciate that you're my employer and an old man besides, but if you don't take your goddamn hands off me, I will break you in half.
Take your grandfather's notes. Decipher them. Learn how to fix my machine. If you find anything else of interest, remember, it's mine. Bring it directly to me. Do not build it